Well, good morning and welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me this morning. I'm so glad we get to start the week together. You know, momentum isn't just about speed, it's about rhythm. It's about learning to keep your faith in motion even when life doesn't move as fast as you'd like. Today's quote says, "Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after another." That's from Walter Elliot. That hits home, doesn't it? Because sometimes life feels like a sprint, and other times like a never-ending marathon. But really, it's neither. It's more like a series of laps of grace. Each one gives you a chance to catch your breath, reset your focus, and trust God for the next turn. Our word of life this morning reminds us, "You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book." That's from Psalm 139:16. That means nothing about today is random, and none of it is taking God by surprise. The good, the hard, and the in-between. And He's not watching from the stands. He's with you, keeping pace with your heart. Maybe this week, instead of trying to do everything at once, we just find the courage to stay in rhythm with Him, to believe that His timing, His plan, and His purpose are still unfolding right on schedule, because momentum isn't about how far you've come. It's about who's running with you. So if you're out there this morning chasing a dream, rebuilding your strength, or just trying to start again, you're not behind. You're right on time. Find His rhythm and stay in sync with Him. And hey, I'd love to hear from you. What's one area where you've seen God's timing work out better than your own? Wow. Big question, right? I bet you've seen it a time or two. Text me, 256-967-0885, or call me up here at the studio. Phone line's open, 256-505-0885. I look forward to hearing from you. If you'd rather email, it's steven@885jfm.com. Together we'll find our rhythm again, one heartbeat of faith at a time. Now, how about some Cain with "I Made It"? Hey, thanks so much for being right here on the podcast with me. Now, throughout this show, you're going to hear me pitch to a whole lot of music. Unfortunately, I can't play it for you here on the podcast, but I do have a Spotify playlist put together of the featured songs from today's show and a song list, so you can check it out two ways. You can check out the music videos, maybe the lyric video, the performance video over on the socials through the song list, and then I've got them all put together so they'll play one after the other on the Spotify playlist. Just a way to help you enjoy the music. Hey, thanks for being here. And please reach out to me anytime I give you that cue to call or to text or to email. I really want to hear from you. You want to send me a funny GIF? I'll send you one back. I love those morning GIFs. You want to send me a prayer request? I'd love to pray with you. You want to send me something that God has done big in your life? I want to celebrate with you. So let me go over those ways one more time. You can text me at 256-967-0885. You can call 256-505-0885. You may get the answering machine if you call. If so, it's all right. Leave a message. I'll get back with you. And of course, you can email me, steven@885jfm.com. All right. Thanks so much for being here. Now let's get on with the show. Good morning to you, Birmingham. I see you hanging out with us right now over there on the stream. Thanks so much for being here. And for all of you listening on the stream and the FM dial and the podcast, thank you so much for being part of this family, for making this part of your routine. Today, we're talking a little bit about momentum. We all need it, don't we? And if we hit it right now at the beginning of the week, can you imagine what the end of the week is going to look like? So we're talking about the rhythm, staying in rhythm with our Heavenly Father. And this is near and dear to my heart because I am a drummer. I'm all about some rhythm. Can I go into a little bit of that with you? Can I nerd out for a minute? Okay, so when I was 10 years old, I learned how to play drums at church. Brother Hewlett, bless his heart, he took me under his wing and he showed me the ropes. He showed me how to keep time. Right hand goes over the left hand. Here, this foot goes on the kick. This foot goes over on the hi-hat pedal. And I was off, right? I loved it so much. Every chance I could get, I was in that church. I was playing those drums. I was practicing. Then my mom, she bought me a drum set at Lakon Flea Market. Never forget it. She paid like $50 for it, brought it home, and I worked on it, got it looking nice. And I set it up in my bedroom. And Mom's like, as long as you close your door, son, you go ahead and you play, you practice. And I did. Countless hours listening to the radio, having it blasting while I was trying to keep beat. And that was one of the hardest things as you first start off playing drums is keeping the beat, staying steady, not going too fast, not going too slow, but staying right on rhythm with the song. And you know what? It's a delicate balance because sometimes when you get loud and you get really excited, you want to go faster. And then other times when you want to really, calm down a little bit, you want to bring that volume down. It's a natural tendency for the beat to start to slow down as well. But it's through countless hours playing with the metronome, that thing that keeps the beat for you, that I was able to start keeping that beat more regular. Let's keep that rhythm going through the song. Not too fast, not too slow. We're not dragging. We're not rushing. We're just right. And you know what? It takes a lot of practice in life to hit that rhythm, to find God's rhythm and stick with Him because, hey, He knows what He's doing. If we will play our drums to His rhythm today, the sky is not even the limit. He's going to do some amazing stuff, and I can't wait to see it. So congratulations to you. You are all now drummers. Let's keep in beat with our Heavenly Father. Let's keep in His rhythm. Let's keep on time with Him. Sound good? Yeah. We can do this. We're going to do it together. Thanks for being here. Here's Colton Dixon with Miracles.
I just wanted to remind you of how well you're actually doing right now. You are incredible. You are beautiful. You are strong and you are capable and you are doing an incredible job at living this life. Sometimes you just need the reminder of how well we're actually doing and the fact that you are here and you are breathing and you're existing and you made it through another day. That is incredible. That is enough. You are enough and you will always be enough. You are here for a reason. You have a purpose and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Just take a deep breath. Enjoy where you are now. And just let it be.
Say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Give me the horn! All right, now let's go ahead and let's crank that engine. And then let's start that music so I can say, hey, everybody, it's time to play the Car Line competition. That's right, your chance to win some gift cards this morning. We have a theme for every day, and usually on Mondays, it's Mystery Melody Monday, but no, not this morning. You see, today is Miracle Monday. Ooh, signs and wonders. It's a Bible trivia day. Are you ready for this? I'm really looking forward to it. All right, so I'm going to ask you a question. And when I do, I want you to call me up and give me the right answer. We're almost to the end of October, so those of you who have already played and won this month will be able to start fresh coming up in November. But as a reminder, if you've already won in October, you cannot win again. Make sure to encourage your classmates to call in and win to get your homeroom at the top of the leaderboard, okay? Now, I've got Gunnersville Chick-fil-A, Albertville Home Bakery, and the Caring Heart Thrift Store and Arab gift cards to give away. Now, here's the number. Now, don't call me yet. Just put this in your phone. Have it ready to go. 256-505-0885. That's the number. Have it ready. 256-505-0885. Now, are you ready for this Miracle Monday? Round 1. When Jesus fed a crowd with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, how many people were fed? The number mentioned in the Bible, was it A, 500, B, 5,000, C, 3,000, or D, 50,000? 256-505-0885 is a number to call. Think you know? Call me up. Y'all are quick. There's my caller. Stay right there on the phone line with me while I start this song and I'll get your answer. It's Phil Wickham with Living Hope right here, right now on the Lifeline. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good. What's your name?
Emmett.
All right, Emmett. How was your weekend?
It was good.
Good. Anything fun happen?
Not much. We just stayed at home and just kind of chilled out, really.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes chilling at home is the best thing you can do. Just relax a little bit, recharge the batteries. But now here we are on a Monday. Let's have some fun. Do you pay attention in Sunday school?
Yes.
All right, let's see how close you pay attention. When Jesus fed a crowd with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, how many people were fed? Is it A, 500, B, 5,000, C, 3,000, or D, 50,000?
5,000.
5,000. $1,000 is correct. Congratulations to you. You just won 3 gift cards. What do you think about that?
I feel good about it, but I just want to roll that train, man.
Woo! I hear it in the background. All right, got that train going. Now, do you want to shout somebody out this morning just for the fun of it? Just because you think they're awesome?
I'm going to shout out my brother.
Your brother? Big brother or little brother?
Little brother.
Little brother. What's his name?
His name's Bo.
Bo.
And he's 10 seconds younger, so
All right. What do you like about that guy?
I just love him, And he's just always encouraging me to do good.
Awesome. Maybe he looks up to you a little bit too, huh?
Yes, he does.
That's a big deal.
And then I'm going to shout out my mom.
Oh, what do you love about Mom?
She's just always taking care of me, and getting me some stuff.
What's your favorite thing to do with Mom?
I don't know. I'm just going to shop.
To shop with her? All right. Sounds good. She buys you some nice stuff, huh? Yeah.
And I want you to play a song.
All right, what song?
It's called No Survivors by Drum Field. Yes, sir.
All right, I got you. All right, Emmett, I think you rock. I hope you have a great day. Tell me, what school do you want to shout out?
I want to shout out Arab Elementary.
Arab Elementary. And what teacher?
Miss Yarborough.
Miss Yarborough. All right, I got it. Thank you so much. I hope you have the best day ever.
I hope you do too.
Oh, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That is so much fun. Emmett, what a big heart you have. Giving away those gift cards, rolling them over, making sure those 3 now become 6. Shouting out Mom and your brother. I mean, come on. What a way to kick off a brand new week. You rock, man. And yes, I got your song coming up next. Jeremy Camp with No Survivors. But we have to get round number 2 of today's Miracle Monday going. So I need my bell. There it is. Okay, now we can go on. So we changed it up. It's no longer going to be Mystery Melody Monday. No, it's Miracle Monday. We're talking about these scriptures. We're talking about miracles from the Bible. And that particular one we just covered. 5,000 was the number that was used in the Bible. But did you know that did not count the women and the children? Likely, how many people were fed that day was closer to 15,000 people. How cool is that? Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. 5 loaves, 2 fish. I mean, come on. That is awesome. All right, so moving on. What's this next miracle we're going to talk about? Ooh, that's the question. Here we go. Round number 2. Who was healed after touching the edge of Jesus' cloak or the hem of his garment because she believed she would be made well? Was it A, Mary Magdalene? Was it B, the Samaritan woman? Was it C, the woman with the issue of blood? Or was it D, Martha? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. And there it is. Y'all are quick this morning. Stay right there on the phone line with me while I start this song, and I'll get your answer. This one goes out to Emmett. It's Jeremy Camp, No Survivors. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. What's your name?
Grayson.
All right, Grayson. How was your weekend?
Good.
Good. All right. Tell me something big that happened, something that was like the most fun, the highlight of your weekend.
Probably going to the community house.
The community house? What's that?
So that we had a carnival.
Yeah, carnival? Okay. Very nice. So what kind of stuff did they have at the carnival?
They had a cakewalk contest and games.
Nice.
We also had a hayride.
A hayride. All right. Sounds good. Well, let's see if we can keep the fun going right now. I've got a question for you on this Miracle Monday, and here we go. This could land you 6 gift cards. Who was healed after touching the edge of Jesus' cloak or the hem of his garment because she believed she would be made well? Was it A, Mary Magdalene, B, the Samaritan woman, C, the woman with the issue of blood, or D, Martha? C, the woman with the issue of blood. You sounded pretty confident, like you know that's the answer. You want to lock that in?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Congratulations to you. You just won the 6 gift cards. What do you think about that, my friend?
I'm happy.
I'm happy about it too. We want you to keep 1 or 2 of those and give the others away to some very special people. Can you tell me about 2 very special people and what they mean to you?
My nephew.
What? You have a nephew?
Yeah.
Wow. How old are you?
7.
You're 7 and you have a nephew.
Yeah.
That's a very unique thing, my friend. So what's this nephew's name?
Easton.
Easton. All right. So how cool is Easton? Tell me a little bit about him.
7 months.
What's your favorite thing to do with him?
Play.
Yeah. What kind of stuff do you play?
His most favorite thing playing with me is peekaboo.
Peekaboo. Oh, I love some good peekaboo too. That is awesome, man. All right. So tell me about that second person.
Daddy. My dad.
Your dad. All right. So what's his name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. All right. So what do we love about Dad?
He always takes us to the golf course and rec center when we want him to.
Cool. Sounds like a lot of fun. So y'all going to the golf course. Are you getting pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Maybe give your dad a run for his money? Maybe you beat him at a game sometime?
No.
No, but you're working on it. That is awesome. Well, Grayson, I think you rock. What school do you want to shout out?
My school.
All right, what is that one?
Gunnersville Elementary.
Gunnersville Elementary. All right, and what teacher you want to shout out?
Miss Giles.
Miss Giles. Very nice. Well, hey, thank you so much for calling me up and playing my game. Y'all have a wonderful day. And that is how it's done. 6 gift cards out the door in the second round of the Carline competition on this Miracle Monday. Yes, the woman with the issue of blood was the one I was looking for. Did you know, according to the Gospel of Mark, she was sick for close to 12 years. That's an awfully long time to be sick. But she had faith that if she touched just the hem of his garment, she would be made whole. And that's a pretty big deal. You know what? It was something for her to even be in the crowd because she wasn't really supposed to because of her sickness. But hey, she saw her opportunity and she took it. And my goodness, was she blessed. She was healed. I love this. So Mondays are now Miracle Mondays for the Carline competition. That brings us to the end of today's. But hey, don't worry. We'll get cranked back up tomorrow morning, starting at around 6:50 or so on a Trivia Tuesday. So don't want to miss that. You could win 3 gift cards, or you could get the train rolling, or you know what? You could win and give them away to some first responders. Everybody can play. Even those of you listening on the stream that aren't even here in North Alabama, it's totally cool. If you want to call me up and play and roll those over for the next caller or gift them to a first responder, to a principal, to whatever, you just let me know, okay? All right. Hey, a reminder for everybody, just in case you have to step away from your radio, you can tune us in online like they are on the stream right now, 885jfm.com. Click that On Now button and press play. And for those of you with kids like Emmett, that played, or like Grayson, who we just heard from, and maybe they had to go into the schoolhouse before they heard themselves on the radio. Well, guess what? You have an opportunity to let them hear what they sounded like because those calls are also on today's podcast episode at 11 o'clock across 5 platforms: Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Just type in Lifeline Morning Show at 11 o'clock or after today, and you'll find those there. Plus, I put a song list in there and a Spotify playlist for you to check out that music again if you'd like. It's all in the description of the podcast episode. All right, I'm going to stop talking now. We got some weather and some word of life to get to, so let's do it. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to talk just a little bit more. You know what? There's a lot of love for siblings. You remember Emmett shouting out his little brother? Yeah, well, I got to talk with Taylor. And Taylor is, she's a very happy sister. And she's got another brother and sister that she's on the road with all the time. Yep, the band Cain. You're going to hear the interview I had with them. Actually, you got to ask the questions because remember, I asked you on the socials, what do you want to know about Cain? So I asked them those questions. So be here in the 8 o'clock hour and you will hear from Taylor from the band Cain, and they'll be telling us all about their big concert that's coming up this Wednesday night in Huntsville. Plus, I'll give you an opportunity to win a family 4-pack to the concert. So you do not want to miss this. Be here in the 8 o'clock hour, okay? All right, now, I'll stop talking. Right now, I'm looking at my streaming map, and I can see a whole lot of people hanging out with us, so I was wondering if it'd be okay if I shout some people out real quick. Now, I'm going to do the best I can, but I'm going to need your help, because for some of you, I'm seeing brand new pins, and I think maybe you need to text me. Let me know your name so I can shout you out by name. It looks like we got some people hanging out with us in North Philadelphia. You don't know how bad I want to go into the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air right now, into that song. So thank you for being here. You rock. Also, we got Charlotte, North Carolina hanging out with us, Columbus, Georgia. We got Montgomery, Alabama. We got Madison and Gunnersville, Albertville, and Arab hanging out with us here in North Alabama. Also, can't forget our friend Joel Modis, all the way down there in Palm Coast, Florida. Yeah, he's been a part of this family for a long time. Thank you, Joel, for being here. Plus, it looks like our friends over in Germany are here too. From Fuchenstein and Vogelen. So, guten Tag to you. I hope it's warmer there than it is here right now. But hey, I did get a request, a song request. In fact, let me just read it to you. He said, "Good morning, friend. Could you pretty please play Sidewalk Prophets, You Love Me Anyway? Need that one today." Yes, I will. Just because you said pretty please. I'm playing, man. You know, I'll play your request. You just got to let me know. So here's how you get in touch with me, okay? For those of you listening, maybe for the first time, or maybe you've never reached out and told me your name, I would love to shout you out by name. So text me at this number, 256-967-0885. Let me give it to you one more time, 256-967-0885. All right. It wasn't North Philadelphia, was it? It was West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground where I spend most of my days chilling out, maxing. Oh, that's not for me to sing. Let's let Sidewalk Prophets do it.
This is Pastor Larry Walls with your Drive Time Devotion. The story is told of two older Christian men who once had a falling out with each other. One had heard a rumor that the other was speaking against him, so he went to him and he said to him, "Will you be kind enough to tell me my faults to my face so that I might profit by your Christian candor and try to get rid of them?" The other man replied, "Well, why not?" The two men decided to go aside from the crowd, and first man said, "Before you commence telling what you think is wrong with me, will you kneel down and pray with me that my eyes might be opened to see my faults as you see them? And you lead the prayer." The second man prayed that God would open the eyes of his friend, and when he had finished, the first man said, "Now, please proceed with your complaints." Well, the second man said, "Well, after praying over it, it looks like there's so little that it's worth even talking about. The truth is, I've been serving the devil myself and have need that you pray for me and forgive me the wrong that I've done to you." You see, in life, there are two things that are admirable: to speak the truth to another person with love, and with love to seek the truth from one who will be honest with you. In speaking the truth, we often hear the very truth that we need to hear from our own lips, and in seeking the truth, we often gain a friend. Proverbs 15:31-32 says, "If you profit from constructive criticism, you will be elected to the wise men's hall of fame. But to reject criticism is to harm yourself and your own best interest." In today's world, the trouble with most of us is that we would rather be ruined by praise than saved by criticism. Pray with me. God, help us to hear words of criticism as being the truth, especially when it's about us. For it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
You can imagine day in and day out on tour, you sing the same songs over and over and over again, right? So you probably would get sick of them. But when somebody asks you what's your favorite song that you do, you know what? I got to ask Taylor that. Now, she is with the band Cain, and they're coming to Huntsville this Wednesday night. They're coming back home. They grew up over in Hartselle, so they're not too far from where they grew up, right? And I got to sit down with Taylor and kind of pick her brain a little bit, ask her a few questions that actually you had me ask. If you remember back about a month ago, I was asking you, well, what kind of things do you want to know about the band Cain? And so I got those questions and I asked them. And sure enough, she told me what her favorite song is, and I'm getting ready to reveal that to you coming up very shortly. So stick around. I'll also give you a chance to win some tickets to the concert, a family 4-pack. Yeah, so don't go anywhere. Now, Chris Tomlin with Good, Good Father right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Real hope, real faith, real life. And we get to do it together. And I'm pretty stoked about that. Hey, I hope you're having a great morning so far, despite it being so wet outside these JFM studio windows. I know it's kind of dreary, kind of gray, but hey, we're going to pep you up a little bit because, you see, there's this opportunity for you to go and be a part of a concert. Yeah, it's coming up this Wednesday in Huntsville at the Mark C. Smith Concert Hall. Cain. Now, that is a brother and two sisters, and guess what? They grew up in Hartselle, Alabama. That's actually one of the things we talk about on the interview I'm about to share with you with Taylor, one of the sisters of the band Cain. So I was so honored to get to have this phone interview. And I even asked you what question you wanted me to ask him. And so I took those questions and I asked her. So you want to get into it? You want to find out a little bit more about the band Cain? All right, take a listen to this. 88.5 JFM, good afternoon.
JFM, this is Taylor with the band Cain. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm good. I'm sorry that I'm a couple minutes late.
That's okay. I understand.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Y'all are not from too far from here in Gunnersville. Grew up in Hartselle, right?
Yes. Do you know how great it was to call a 256 number for this interview?
I can imagine.
Yes.
Wow.
So awesome. Yeah, but we're from Hartselle, and it's funny because up in Nashville, it's just oh, where in Alabama are you from? And I'm like, you ever heard of Huntsville? And I just kind of go with that.
Yeah.
Because Hartselle, most people, if you're going to the beach, they'll stop. We've got a Cracker Barrel, but that's about it.
Yeah, I understand. It's like telling people I live in Arab. It's like I don't want to have to go through the whole deal of why it's called Arab.
Oh, gosh.
All that stuff.
Yes, and I know exactly where you live.
Mm-hmm.
Go through there. But yes, it's just, we'd rather say Kateka, Brewer, what do we got to say?
Right. Yeah, so I actually grew up listening to your dad's music a little bit. And
No
so,
way!
Yeah, I used to go to church over in Falkville, which is not too far.
That is so cute. Okay.
Yeah, Charlie would come over from time to time. I remember seeing David, too, and it's amazing. I've been seeing David Vest. It looks like he's been traveling with y'all a little bit.
Yes, it's been so fun. We had Dad open up for us, which he deserves to be the headliner, but we were like, hey, do you want to come play the show? And I think I just want to do that from now on. It was so fun.
Really?
It was just so great. And because our audience is we've got, young kids, young moms, and then we go all the way up to we got guys on motorcycles coming in, and it just was man, Dad covers his rock and roll audience, and then we get the leftover. It just was so great. It was a perfect night.
So is he still going to be on the road with you guys during this tour? It's a pretty lengthy tour.
Oh, yeah, lengthy tour. No, Dad's not going to be on the bus for that many days in a row. But they do come out, so, our parents will come out. But all of our kids are coming out. We've got full families. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. Pastor Taylor Cain might make an appearance or two.
All right. Very nice. Well, hey, I told our listeners that I would get to talk with you today, and I said, so what are some questions you guys want me to ask them? And so I got a few here, if it's okay.
No way.
We'll kind of go through these and kind of...
Yes.
Yeah, it should be fun. So I know one question was, what inspires you to write your songs? Do you guys write a majority of your stuff, or do you sing other people's songs? Tell me that process.
Yeah. We write all of our music, and, we moved to town right after college, and it's funny being in a small town. You feel oh gosh, I'm a big name here. Everybody knows me, and then you move to Nashville, and nobody cares. Everybody's doing music. So we got humbled real quick, but it was amazing because we really just kind of took a master class and learned how to write good songs. We started out writing with country artists, and so we were, storytelling, and we really tried to take, okay, what does the Bible say, and how can we tell a story about this in a way that people will sing but understand, but they'll also feel the truth from God's Word. And so, yes, we write all our music. Love doing that. That process is so fun. We've got new songs coming out soon, so I'm really pumped about that. But our inspiration, truly, it's so awesome to get to plagiarize, dare I say plagiarize, but from the Word of God. That's where the power is.
Right.
And so it's just so amazing to get to use that and then, give examples from our own lives and put that in songs that you guys like.
Well, you're doing an amazing job with that. I got to ask you this. What's it like being out on tour as siblings? Not everybody's doing that. So what's that like? Is it like a love-hate kind of thing? You kind of get sick of each other from time to time, or it's all just sunshine and rainbows? Or tell me about that dynamic.
No. Yeah, I think it's exactly what you think it's like. No, it was crazy. We got into a fight the other day, and it doesn't happen often, but when it does, I'm so thankful that I have a brother and a sister who they really they live out what they preach on stage every night, and they really take the time to make sure hey, are we good? Have we worked this all the way out? What's the right way to handle it?
Yeah.
So if we fight, we've also gotten it down to 30 seconds. It's really quick.
Wow.
We might even whisper so that way people don't hear us. But no, it's so fun. Like, I'm at my brother's house right now. We get along and we hang out all the time, even though that's all we do on the road. I love my brother and sister. It's really so special that we get to do this.
Yeah, that's just a part of the interview. We're going to get to part number 2 coming up after, well, some weather and word of life. But first, we need to hear one of their songs. And this is one of my favorites from Cain. And don't go anywhere because we got a lot more left to talk about, okay? All right, here is I'm So Blessed. Things are starting to get busy, aren't they? You're starting to feel like the holidays are upon us. Yeah, this week for my daughter, it's Red Ribbon Week. So we got themed days all week long. They got like an open house at school tonight. And wow, they've got a veterans presentation they're going to be doing coming up shortly in November. And Thanksgiving's going to be here. And then Christmas. It's crazy. This goes so fast. So my reminder to you, enjoy it, even in the chaos, because, wow, there's so much life in it. There's so much to do. And I know you get busy, but hey, it's worth it. We're going to hear from a mom a little later on in the show who is at the point where her kids are out of the house. And she's got a message for all of us about enjoying even the chaos that comes with your life being a parent right now with the little ones in the house. So you don't want to go anywhere, okay? Plus, we got more from Cain coming up. Got to sit down with Taylor from the band Cain. We're going to hear more from her momentarily. But first, let me tell you, your forecast is brought to you by Lake Guntersville Music Academy, offering musical instrument and voice lessons in person and online. They have homeschool classes. They do seasonal recitals, and more info is available at lakeguntersvillemusicacademy.org. Now, let's talk a little bit about your word of life. Today it comes to you from the book of Psalm 139, verse 16, in the New Living Translation of the Bible. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. Think about that for a second. He knows you better than you know yourself. And he still loves you. He still chose you. That's big. That's worth talking about. You know what? There might be somebody in your life who doesn't get to feel that. How much they're loved by the creator of the universe. And you get to help them find that. You get to tell them about it. That's the Great Commission. And hey, it's so funny because the Great Commission, that song's going to come up here in just a few minutes from this interview. But hey, participating in that, preaching the gospel, it can start with just sharing this word of life. We got it for you now in photo and video form across our socials on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and TikTok. And it's always there at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. But we are getting into the second segment of my little sit down with Taylor Matz. Now that is Taylor Cain Matz because she is one of the sisters, one of the siblings in the band Cain from Hartselle, Alabama. We got to learn that about them. So I had a few more questions that you gave me to ask. And so the next one, I think it'll be an eye-opener, maybe a shocker for you when they found out they had a gift. Listen to how it all went down. When's the first time that y'all were singing together and realized that God had given you a gift?
Oh, it's crazy. Not until college.
Really?
To me, that feels late, doesn't it?
It does.
So you talked about knowing my dad. Dad played music and preached. He did everything at church. And he was like, do you guys want to be in my band? And so we all learned how to play an instrument. Logan played drums. I played guitar and keys. And then Mad played bass. So it got to the point where Dad was like, hey, I'll check y'all out of school if you guys want to come play. And we were like, let's go. So I know, isn't that so fun?
That's great.
But it wasn't until college where we all started singing. We all lived together. We went to the same college. And we were just singing at the house one day for fun. And everybody kind of found their harmony place. And we looked at each other kind of like, wait, do you have chills? I have chills. Is this good? Is this not good? So then we were like, hey, maybe we should try this out. So we started playing a few gigs in college. And then somebody's like, you need to enter this competition to open for an artist. And we entered it, and we won. So we were like, wait, this is crazy. Are we good at this? And then I feel like God just kind of opened all the doors. I mean, it was not an overnight success. That was 5 to 7 year journey of making it to where we are today.
And there was a lot of work involved, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, I'm sure just like your job, it's just a constant you're comparing yourself instead of just putting your head down and working hard. I mean, we did all of that. We played shows. We traveled across the country. But yeah, it really was just like, am I doing the right thing? Like questioning ourselves the whole time. Getting someone saying, yes, we believe in you, but then saying, no, the songs aren't right. We just don't feel like you have it.
Wow.
So we eventually, it was like 2018, and we had all kind of decided, like, how many times on social media can you say something new coming soon, and you don't have anything going on? We finally were like, we need to be real with ourselves. And honestly, the game changer for us, we laid this dream down, and we just went back to church. Because we've been so busy facing the dream. I mean, and anybody no matter what your job is, you really can get so busy trying to make a name for yourself that you forget, the basic principles in the Bible, like, I should be applying those. And the minute we did that, it was like everything opened up for us. We ended up getting a record deal like 6 weeks later. And so I feel like we fully surrendered what we thought things should be like. And then God did the rest. So it's been a wild journey, but I'm so thankful. I'm thankful now looking back for all the down moments. When you're in them, those valleys, like, they just feel so low.
I got you. Well, hey, what's your favorite song that you guys have done?
Oh, man. My favorite song to this day is The Commission. I can't believe that God, I feel like every song is a gift from God, and that song, to see it connect with people in the audience, it's almost like that's Jesus talking to us, and people just need that. We need that. We need the reminder that goodbye is not the end. There's more to this short life. We have an eternity that we need to be looking towards, and so, The Commission, that's my favorite song.
Wow. And I think we need to hear it. So here we go. It's Cain with The Commission. Now keep in mind, your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to this concert is coming up shortly. Now let's play this song, and then we're going to hear a newer one. It's one that kind of went along with pop culture, at least in the early 2000s. WWJD, anyone? That's coming up next, and we'll get into the third segment. You're really hitting some nostalgia with the WWJD. We have a listener who's like, I even have a WWJD picture in my laundry room. I still have a bracelet at the house myself. So tell me a little bit about that. Have you been seeing that like wildly successful, kind of bringing back memories for a lot of people?
Yes, I feel like more so than what I even thought, because being, like I said, being small town Alabama, I just was like, was that a thing that only we did? But it's connecting with everybody, and I think it's really cool to bring that back with the youth. And the youth, like, we don't need to look down on them because they have a passion and a fire for Christ. And it's cute to see What Would Jesus Do shirts and hats and bracelets come back again.
Yeah. What can we expect at the Live and In Color tour stop, October 29th in Huntsville?
This is probably my favorite question. These nights are some of my favorite, and maybe it's because I get to call all the shots, but Live and In Color, it starts out with, you will have a color of the night. And so I'm pretty sure that our color is red with you guys, and that may or may not be for Roll Tide. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Sorry to those. I know. No.
Don't apologize to me.
Tide.
I'm all about some Roll Tide. So.
Okay. Listen, maybe I don't feel so bad for us now that we haven't been doing so great. So, hey.
All right.
Red Night, please come out. It's been so fun because, like I would say, almost 100% of the crowd is in the color of the night. Everybody does it. It's our team uniform. And then we get to have Caleb and John. You know their songs. John Reddick, you definitely know his songs.
Yes.
And then it's hosted by Annie F. Downs. And she is a best-selling author and a podcaster. And she is like your Jimmy Fallon host of the night. So we're probably going to be playing, I don't want to spoil it, but I will for you. But we're going to play Family Feud during the night.
Oh, wow.
So, I know. So you're going to get full fun, full worship, but then, like, it's just, we wanted it to be an experience. I know that there's a lot of things you guys could, go and be entertained by, but we really want this to be a wholesome night of family fun. So, bring everybody out. It's going to be so great. We'll have you out of there before 10 p.m.,
Nice. That's going to be a lot of fun. Whenever you said Family Feud, I'm like, okay, is somebody wearing a mustache? Is somebody wearing a big mustache?
They have to. Yes. It might be Annie, but that's fine.
That's going to be so much fun. Well, thank you so much for carving out some time for me. This is going to be a blast.
Oh, man, it's going to be so fun. And if you, no pressure, but if you do come out to the show, please let us know, because I'd love to bring you back and we can say hey.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
In person, that'd be awesome.
That would be. Oh, hey, let me just touch on this real quick. I think, have y'all spent some time with Lynn D?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Yeah? We
did Winter Jam with them, and it's so cute. I mean, it's almost like looking at us, but they're foreign us, you know?
That's what I was thinking, you know? Another sibling band. This has got to be like, hey, we're twinning here.
I know. They're so cute, and they're awesome. Their passion for the Lord and their music. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, then. Well, hey, thanks again, and we'll hope to see you on October 29th.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much for the time. I'll see you soon.
All right, have a great day.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye. It was a blast getting to sit down with Taylor and get to learn a little bit more about the band Cain. And I know I'm not the only one enjoying this. In fact, I just got a message from Lizeth. She said she was loving it too. So thank you for listening this morning, Lizeth. And yeah, this is something to get excited about. Your opportunity to go have some fun at the concert. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to go and be there live with the band? And it's not just Cain either. Of course, you heard Annie F. Downs is going to be kind of leading the night. She's hosting it, but then John Reddick will be there, and Caleb and John will be there as well. It's this Wednesday night, October 29th at the Mark C. Smith Concert Hall in Huntsville. And if you need tickets, well, I've got some I'm about to give away, but otherwise they're $25 all in on all remaining non-VIP tickets. So more about that on our website, 885jfm.com. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's give it away. I got a family 4-pack right now to the concert. If you would like to go, give me a call, 256-505-0885. Again, 256-505-0885. Call me up. Let me know you want to go, and we'll have some fun with this. Now, that little sibling band that we were talking about with Taylor, they're called Lynn D. They are another sibling band, yes, from Denmark. And man, do they have a sound. Take a listen to this. It's called Move. Rhythm. It's a term everybody can get on board with. Some people, they have natural rhythm. You can clap along with the song. Other people, they can't. For whatever reason, they just can't do it. But you still know how it feels when a song is playing. You still want to sway a little bit. It makes you want to move a little bit. Even if you're not clapping, maybe you're just dancing. But there's something about that rhythm that you kind of meet it right where it's at, right? It's not like you're dancing fast to a slow song or you're dancing slow to a fast song. You're right there in the rhythm. That's what we're talking about today, because this is Momentum Monday, and we've got to find God's rhythm. Yeah, because we don't want to take this thing too fast. We don't want to take this thing too slow. We want to take it just right. So we are partnering with Him, right? Yeah. So with that in mind, I want to talk a little bit about the rhythm of life. Because, yes, as a parent, things can get hectic. You've got all kinds of stuff your kid is involved with at school. You've got projects, right, that are due. You've got book reports. You've got all of the sports, all the practices, all of the clubs, all of the youth group stuff. And it's really hard to keep it all together. On top of that, maybe they're not so great at organizing. And so, Mom, they're asking you where everything is. Do you ever get tired of that? Does it get annoying? Do you get frustrated? You just want some peace and quiet? You want everything to run like a well-oiled machine? Well, I'll ask you that question in just a minute, and then I want you to honestly answer me, because I think what you're about to hear might change the way you're looking at that. Take a listen to this.
Remember this morning when you were running late, barking, "Hurry up!" Still trying to pin up your hair, and your coffee was forgotten on the counter. Mom, you forgot to sign my field trip form. Mom, where's my science project? Mom, I can't find my other shoe. Mom, I don't know where my lunch money is. And you snapped. Figure it out. We are late. They're scrambling. You're exhausted. You just want one morning where no one needs anything from you. But man, what I wouldn't give to live through one more morning like that. One more lost shoe. One more, Mom, can you braid my hair real fast? One more, it's due today. I told you last week, but you forgot. Because the day comes when nobody calls Mom from down the hall. Nobody needs your signature. And nobody asks where their project is. Nobody is rushing out the door beside you. And that silence you swore you craved, it doesn't feel like peace. It feels like absence. One day you'll miss being needed. And you won't realize it was the best part until it's already gone.
That's the TikTok Meemaw. She's been there. She's done that. She wanted that peace and quiet. She wanted that order, that structure in the morning, that smooth start to the day. But she realizes now she wants back that chaos. She wants back all those tough mornings, all that last minute rushing out the door kind of thing, because she loves it. A reminder to all of us today, if you've got those little ones still in the house, don't get too bent out of shape when the morning doesn't go just so, because likely you're going to look back on these mornings and you're going to wish for them again when those kids are out of the house. It's a tearjerker, I know, but it's a good reminder for all of us to make the most of it and to really enjoy where we're at, to flow with the rhythm of life. You know what I mean? So let me ask you the question one more time. Do you still want that peace and quiet, that smooth start in the morning? Are you happy with whatever you get because your kids are still there? Yeah, that one hits a little different, doesn't it? And maybe you are that mama. Maybe your kids are already out of the house. They got kids of their own. And you look forward to seeing their little ones. Job well done, Mama. You too, Papa. You did an amazing job raising those kids. Look at them. They're thriving now because of you. You set them on that right path. God entrusted you with them, and you did an amazing job. I just wanted to share the love with you. And Mom and Dad, us with the little ones still in the house, hey, hold your head up high. It's all going to work out. And you are going to miss these days. So enjoy them while you have them. Now, Claire reached out and said she'd love to hear Daddy's DNA. I'd love to play it for her. So here you go, Claire. Well, good morning and welcome to this day in history. A chance for us to look back on yesteryear, to celebrate some milestones and some achievements, and the movers and shakers who brought us this far. So what happened on this day in history? I'm glad you asked because you see, we've got quite a lot to get to. Since today is a Monday, we got to catch up on the weekend. So let's do it. October 25th, 1764, Abigail Smith married future U.S. President John Adams. Her minister father disapproved at first, believing Adams' prospects too limited for his daughter. And then he went and showed him, hey, watch me. I'll be the president. I love it. No, on October 25th, 1960, the world's first electronic watch, the Accutron, went on sale. Produced by Bulova Watch Company in Bienne, Switzerland. It used transistorized electronic circuits and a miniature power cell instead of springs and gears. So electronic watches hitting the mark in 1960 on October 25th. Oh, you'll love this one. 1955, the first domestic microwave ovens went on sale. Where would we be without the microwave? You know what I mean? And believe it or not, the same kind of technology used in that microwave oven is actually a reason why I'm talking to you this morning, because we rely on microwaves to send our signal from the studio to the tower. So, yeah, the more you know, right? Moving on. October 25th. Let's see what else happened on this day in history. Any good birthdays to get to? Sure. John Heisman, in 1869, pioneering American football coach and namesake of the Heisman Trophy, and Minnie Pearl in 1912, American country entertainer. You might have seen her on Hee Haw. Yeah. Wasn't Minnie, she was the one who always had the price tag hanging off of her hat, right? I think that was her, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, moving on. October 26th. I missed some Hee Haw. That was some good stuff growing up. All right. October 26, 1858, inventor Hamilton Smith of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, patented the rotary washing machine, and we are all thankful for. Yeah? No more scrub boards. I know, right? It's got to put some elbow grease into that, but come on. 1858, the rotary washing machine. And then, October 26th, in the year of 1825, after some 8 years of construction, the Erie Canal, which connects the Great Lakes with New York City via the Hudson River at Albany, officially opened. Its success propelled New York City into a major commercial center and encouraged canal construction throughout the United States. Pretty big deal. Also, in 1958, America's first jet airliner, the Boeing 707, entered service for Pan American World Airways, getting all those people on the plane. Yeah. You ever hit turbulence in one of those things? Not fun. In 1854, C.W. Post was born, the American founder of Post Cereals. Wow. 1854. C.W. Post. I had some cereal for breakfast this morning. I went for the Frosted Flakes, and they were delicious. What was it? They're great. Anyway, moving on. It was on this day in history. October 27th. All the way back in 1795, Spain and the United States agree to the Treaty of San Lorenzo, which set the southern U.S. boundary at 31 degrees north latitude, roughly the current northern boundary of Florida. Yeah. Also in 1961, the first Saturn rocket was successfully launched, and years later, the Saturn V was the launch vehicle used in the Apollo moon landing flights, which you can see in actual, well, it's not a replica, it's the real thing. A Saturn V rocket at the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville. Have you ever been there? Into the Davidson Center, where it's actually on its side? I've been to so many events in there. It's crazy when you look up and see this huge rocket over your head. It's so neat. Hope you get a chance to go and see it for yourself. Moving on. In 1873, Illinois farmer Joseph Glidden applied for a patent on his clever new design for barbed wire, an invention that would forever change the face of the American West. Good old barbed wire. Ever been cut by it? I don't approve. In 1946, the American travel show Geographically Speaking debuted. It was the first television program with a commercial sponsor. Brought to you in part by... You remember? You have to go into that, like, that accent. What is it? Like, this segment brought to you in part by X-Lax. We keep America moving. That kind of thing, you know? Anyway. No, it didn't sound newsy enough. I think you need to sound more newsy, like this. I think that would work. In 1954, Walt Disney's first television series, Disneyland, premiered on ABC. The show, which ran for 34 years under various names, was the longest-running prime-time series on American network television. 1954, when it got its start. In 1858, on this day in history, Theodore Roosevelt was born, the 26th President of the United States. Also, Emily Post, the American author on social behavior and etiquette. Etiquette. How to properly do things. And on this day in 1939, a really funny guy, English comedian and actor John Cleese from Monty Python's Flying Circus was born. And from A Fish Called Wanda and The Life of Brian. Yeah, a lot of funny stuff he's done. And from what I understand, I think he's still kicking, isn't he? John Cleese. I think I've seen him recently. Yeah, he's still around, 86 years old. And that is this day in history. Now it's time for me to close the book and remind you of the simple truth. There are many facts and figures written throughout this book, excerpts of people's lives and how they impacted the world and culture around them, how they indeed made history. And think about it. Their impact was so much that people had to write about it so others could learn about them. How would you feel if your good history were put in a book like this? Humbled? Honored? Yeah, you know what? I hope that for you. I do. But can I tell you, even if your history is not written in a book like this, I can tell you where it is being written every single day. It's on the hearts and in the minds of every person you come in contact with and how you make them feel. So I'm wondering, can you take a challenge with me? I like to take this day, about this time every day. It's simply this. Let's resolve to make good history today, so that when others think of us, they get a smile on their face, a little extra warmth in their heart, or they feel better just having known us. Now, this is going to cost you something, because you see, it's something else to take the time to cool down a little bit in the heat of the moment, because you know when you lash out in the heat of the moment, when you're feeling the pressure, you're going to regret it. But if you can sit back for a minute, you can calm down. What does the Bible say? Selah. Pause and calmly think of that. And then add a little mercy, a little grace to your response, not your reaction. Yeah, things go a lot smoother, don't they? How many times did you just wish you would have just chilled out a little bit before you did something you regretted? Yeah, well, taking the challenge this morning is going to help you, because I can tell you later today, you're going to have an opportunity to choose the wrong way or the right way and respond to the situation, like I said, with a little grace, a little love, a little mercy. So you'll think back to this very moment when you took this challenge, and it'll help you make the right decision. It's done it for me countless times. So with that in mind, you want to take the challenge with me? Yeah, I knew you would. Thanks for hanging out with me right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Now, Josiah Queen and Brandon Lake can't steal my joy. I dare you. Try it. I smack you. No, I'm playing. Smacking a good thing or a bad thing? I just took that challenge, so I guess I won't be smacking anybody.
No, even on my best day, I don't measure up. I still need grace. And grace is not a reward for the good, it's rescue for the lost. So years ago, I was asked to go by the hospital to see a guy that had throat cancer. I'd never met him before, but I went. And when I got there, I realized he couldn't talk because they had a track in his throat. So we didn't know each other, and we had no way to talk. So I only stayed for a few minutes, I prayed, and then I left. But a few days later, I went back again, but this time I took a notebook. And we talked by writing things down and found out we had a lot in common. Well, I was encouraged, so a few days later, I got him a Bible with his name on it, took it to him, but as I handed it to him and he seen his name on it, he began to cry. Well, one by one, I began to write questions down to come to find out he didn't know Christ. He'd never even been to church. I asked him if he would like to pray with me to make Jesus the Lord of his life, to which he said yes. I prayed out loud, and he prayed quietly, of course, but he just about broke my hand. He was squeezing so hard. You know, he passed away a few days later, and I sat in the back of the funeral home, and I thought, even though he only knew Jesus for a few days before leaving this world, he gets the same reward as me. And I've known Jesus for years. See, some might say grace isn't fair, but that was the day I realized that even on my best day, when I feel strong and disciplined and put together, I'm still not worthy of God's grace. See, that's the beauty of it. Grace was never meant to be earned, only received. My best effort can't buy it, and my worst mistake can't cancel it. Love you.
What'd you think about that? Good, right? Yeah. Trent Tribe, TRENT-TRIBE. That's how you find him across the socials. Him and his family. Sometimes he involves his wife. Sometimes the kids get involved. Sometimes he's interviewing an artist. It's always good, though. But hey, come back tomorrow about the same time, and we'll hear from Brian again. Sound good? All right. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. And I got to say, I absolutely love when you interact with me. I just got a response to one of the clips I shared earlier. The TikTok Meemaw, who was talking a little bit about how, you know, when she was parenting with the little still in the house, how she just wanted some peace and quiet. She wanted some order, some structure, but it was chaos all the time. And all these years later, she's saying, I miss all that chaos. I miss those busy mornings. And that resonated with one of our JFM family members. He's sharing some stuff with me here on the text. And man, thank you for sharing that with me. Wow. I love it when what you hear on the radio resonates. I love it when it's relatable, because that's the point. We're trying to do this life together with some real hope and some real faith, because let's face it, we got real problems, and we got a real God who helps us through them all. I'm so thankful to be doing life with you. Thank you so much. Anytime you want to reach out, you can do that. Text me, 256-967-0885. Or call the studio line, 256-505-0885. And of course, you can always email Stephen@885jfm.com. I'm amazed at what God does through the radio. And you know what? Sometimes, I'm telling you, just the right song is in the next queue. It's ready to go. And I don't plan this stuff. It's just amazing how it happens. I just love to see it happen because God's up to something big. And I know He is. I see Him do it. And I can feel Him. So thank you for being here. And I hope you find something here on the show that you enjoy. Something that speaks to you, some encouragement, some inspiration. Something to help you keep moving forward. Let it be a hallelujah. Yeah, that's the name of this song. It's from Lauren Daigle. Every now and then I get the opportunity to shout somebody out when I play a song. And just so happens this morning, you see, I played a song for one of our good friends around here. Her name is Claire, and I played Daddy's DNA. So, all right, she wanted that song. And then she said, thank you so much. Could you possibly play Mamas by Ann Wilson next? And help me dedicate it to my beautiful mama. Her name is Dacia. Wow. Yeah, I'd love to. So here it goes. Here is Mamas. Ann Wilson right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Hope you enjoy it. What a song, what a song. That's Mamas right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Thanks for requesting that, Claire. And you know what? Richard reached out and said he'd love to hear the prayer anthem. That's a little song by Carmen. So yeah, let's get into it. I love some Carmen. Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of these temperatures around here, so I thought maybe I'd just briefly mention them because we're just stuck in the 50s. I mean, low to mid 50s, that's it. So I got to wondering, what's the temperature like in other places where they're listening to us on the stream? I see you, Fuchenstein in Vogelen, Germany, but my goodness, you're a lot chillier than we are right now. It's 47 degrees where you are. But let's see, who else? Jackson, Mississippi. It's not feeling so bad down there where you are. 67 degrees right now. 52 up in Charlotte, North Carolina. I know, chilly, right? You're right there with us. But there's one guy who's got it all figured out. Yeah, Joel Modis down in Palm Coast, Florida, sitting in a nice, comfortable 78 degrees. Man, thanks for being here. And wow, pretty cool. And warm, depending on where you're looking on the map, right? Thanks so much for hanging out with us here on the Lifeline Morning Show, whether it's on the FM dial, the stream, or the podcast. Hey, let's talk about your word of life. Today it comes to you from Psalm 139, verse 16, in the New Living Translation of the Bible. And this is what it says. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. Ooh, think about that for a second. He knows everything there is to know about you. He still chose you because He loves you. That's a big deal. That's worth talking about. So why don't you? We've got that word of life ready for you in photo and video form across our socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and TikTok. And it's always there at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. Well, the time has come for me to bid you adieu. But before I do, I'd like to share with you an inspiring quote. In fact, some might say it's the most inspiring quote of the day. From Walter Elliot. Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after another. How true that is. And as we wrap up this Momentum Monday, I want to leave you with a reminder. God isn't just the author of your story. He's also the steady rhythm behind every heartbeat. Think about that for a second. Sometimes life feels like it's moving too slow. You pray for progress, and it feels like silence. But here's the thing, silence doesn't mean stillness. God is moving, even when you can't see it. Psalm 139:16, your word of life, says it in a great way, doesn't it? Every day of your life was recorded before one of them came to be. Wow, that means today wasn't random. It's a page written with purpose. You're living it right now. So if you didn't check off every box, you know what? It's okay. Maybe you find out, maybe you're not ending the day feeling like you moved far enough. Take a breath. You're still right on time. Because momentum doesn't come from how much you get done. It comes from staying faithful when it would be easier to give up. The same God who started your story hasn't finished writing it yet. Let that sink in. He's the author and the finisher. He's with us every step of the way. That should bring you some comfort, some encouragement, some inspiration today. That, hey, the story you're in right now, He's got it under control. He's with you. Trust in Him. Let Him guide you. Let Him lead you. He knows where this chapter should end and where the next one begins. And oh, those transitions, those are hard. But let Him help you. It's easy to say, not so easy to do, right? But give it a try. It's worth it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Now, just a quick reminder, you can find today's conversation on 5 podcast platforms. You'll be able to see them at 11 o'clock coming up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. Just type in Lifeline Morning Show Podcast on any of those 5 platforms. Plus, I'll have a Spotify playlist for you of the songs that were featured on today's show. Also, I'll have a song list too, so you can go check out the video version of those songs, whether it's a performance or a lyric video, maybe even a music video, so you can check it out on YouTube or whatever socials it might be on. I'll have it all linked for you, okay? All right, I hope you have the best day ever. Well, until tomorrow, then I hope it's the best day ever. And then the next day after that is the best day. You see where I'm going with this, right? Have a great day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow from 6 to 10 for another Lifeline Morning Show.